What's up, internet? So, yeah, just a vlog today. It was kind of a weird day. I decided to drive a lot more to give my oxygen sensor a chance to reset. And I made pretty good time, but there was I guess a cute girl in the mail office. And then this other one tried to acknowledge that I existed. And then I just moved on. Who cares? And it's I know that shit's a fucking trap. I'm not gonna give you my energy that way. I know what time it is. So yeah. All I did is I picked up some soap, I did laundry again, and I got a lot of my stuff that was on my roof cleaned. I had a lot of stuff stored on my ceiling or on my roof. And I took it all down yesterday and I burned the shit I didn't need, and the rest of it I washed. And so I've got a lot of clothes pretty much. But I went for a long drive trying to get the oxygen sensor working. It's still not working. So I got two options. I can go to the testing place. Maybe my system just fails because it's the scanner. Maybe I have a shitty scanner. Or maybe the 2 hours of driving will be enough and the oxygen sensor will come on. Or maybe it's really dead, so yeah, I gotta do that. And then yeah. I was seeing 333 when I came back from my long drive, and then the girl at the mailroom. Those two 333s. Yeah. Oh yeah, this weird old dude touched me. It was this dude came to get pizza and he brought his own pizza box. And when he got the pizza, he asked me what I was doing, and I was like, nothing. And then he came up and he touched my beads like this. I just gave him the cold stare. I was like, how dare you, you fucking weirdo. So I went and washed them off, and then I put an antimicrobial I have an oil that's like a bacteria killer, like tea tree and eucalyptus, and I put that on it. Just a fucking weirdo. It did not give you permission to do that. So, yeah. Today kind of sucked. I had a great turn. Yeah, going in to get pizza, I had a great, when it was time for my time to turn, everything was open. Same thing with leaving the laundry. Everything was open. And then when I left pizza, it again was all open. It was both lanes cleared up right that minute. And it was nice. I usually think that's lucky. My problem with the universe trying to give me love is that I know what time it is. You should have given me love long before I was made, you jerk. Fucking idiots. Nothing to do now but wait to die. That's your fault. So, yeah. Anyway, oxygen sensor still isn't working, so I'm heading close to the end of my registration, so I'm gonna have to go try to pass anyway. It's a 2-hour drive. It's possible the oxygen sensor will start working during the 2-hour drive. Hopefully it passes. Yeah, if I get there in the morning and get tested right when they open, then I'll have a chance to get it fixed that day and maybe get it tested that night or the next day. So we'll see. Yeah. Oh yeah, I burned my box yesterday. I had a box of trash, and in the fire, I found this thing, which I don't know how that got there, and then I found my pliers. These things. Totally ruined now. My wire cutters. But yeah. Found those. Guess I can wash them. That's empty too. That's not empty. So yeah, the shower was nice. I had a really clean room, and it was good having the all my clothes and stuff cleaned. And it's also nice having the top all taken care of, and yeah, the top all cleaned. I see like a gap, a light gap between. I don't know if you can see. There's like a little bit of a light gap I can see between the blades. So I don't even know if this works. Yeah, apparently I had a box under it and it fell during a bump, and then it fell into the box, and then I incinerated the handle on accident. So whatever. Yeah, I had a bunch of like anime cards that I had gotten, and I picked the ones I like and I burned the rest just to keep it light. Yeah. I'm both bored and tired. Yeah. You know, I'm not wrong for skipping out on like love, because it's like, do you even know who you are? It's like the cows are in cages for slaughter. Can you imagine the cows like, oh well, go say hi to the other chickens in the pen? You know, it's like, oh, that's great. Maybe we'll be in the same bucket of fried chicken together. You know, it's really shitty like that. So it's like, what do we have? You know, how dare you send me this 333 message and then give me this fucking cute girl that I like? It was a 333 as I was driving back, and then it was the same 333 in the parking lot as I was walking in, right? It was like, when I was heading back, this car with license plate 333 was there off the freeway. And then when I was out of the car walking into the store, that same car passed right in front of me. I had a double 333. And then there's this cute girl, and I was like, okay, she's cute. And then the other woman working there like tried to start a conversation with me and acknowledge me. And I was just like, oh, this looks like a setup. This looks like a setup. So, yeah. I'd rather stay single. It's just like, I'd rather not make cursed people, for real. So, I do blame the creator, because he's the one who's like, what if the animals all eat each other? What if it's a constant fight for survival? Wow. What an idea. And it sounds nice on paper, and then you live it and you're like, this sucks. So, not to my standards. Pretty fucking awful. Awful, intentionally awful. Made it shitty on purpose to be mean, sort of thing. So, yeah. Got incinerated. Yeah, getting incinerated fucks the springs up. You know what? I got some of this. I got some of this specifically for mineral oil. This is the stuff. This might fix the ring. I think it's good for your skin. I think you can just like touch it with your fingers and it won't like ruin your life or anything. There you go. It's back. Time to fix the pliers. I'm not really sure how to get into the mechanism exactly, so we'll just coat it. Just coat it. Ooh. The spring is obviously disabled. Whatever causes it to spring open is dead. But yeah, now it's all working again. Yep. But it really was like the trigger for the like opportunity, I guess, with the cute girl. You can't even tell if they're really women anymore because they get those kids so early with the hormone blockers. I think it was a woman. I can't tell. You know, it happened the day that I was like gonna do something else. Same thing with that time I had a conversation with this chick Kennedy. I kind of liked this chick Kennedy, and I had a conversation with her one day, and then like nothing happened, and then I got like punished. It's like there's there were all these what do you call it, roosters at my turn. My place that I go usually to hide out and camp. As soon as I turned, there's all these loose roosters out there, and I was like, "The fuck is this sign?" The day I talked to Kennedy, that happens. It was a weird sign. Yeah. So I hate the universe because it's just like, give me what I asked for. Oh, you can't. Well, I don't feel like participating. Maybe you should question the dick clipping practices, right? So, because that's really it, is that they can't fix it because they can't. And so if you can die and you're really dead, what do you have? You don't have shit. You have nothing. You have nothing but a problem. You are nothing but a problem. So yeah, I just chose to quit. No faith. Faith is so you do all the work for the government. Faith is so you become a slave for the government. Faith is not because this is a good deal and nice things are happening and you can trust it, right? No. Faith is because they're lying. Yeah. Faith is because it's meritless, for sure. It's what it is. So, yeah. Driving up here, I hit a huge pothole. This ground is like completely flat grassland, but there was just like this one random hole that I hit. But for the most part, it's pretty safe. Yeah, this is some pretty good off-road driving, I feel like. But yeah, I got to get my registration done. And if I can't get it done, like they'll give you a waiver if you go and they reject you and you go to a mechanic to get it fixed and they do everything they can and it still rejects you, then you'll get a waiver where you don't need it, which is nice. So I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to go down to Phoenix and do that shit in Phoenix. Not today, not tomorrow, but probably Thursday. I think 2 days is enough time to get my fucking thing done. Yeah. Pain in the butt. This is a pain in the butt. Yeah, like up here, camping's not prohibited, and there's this other cat. There's like a couple RVs parked at the entrance, and so if they let the RVs stay there for months, then I'm pretty sure I'm good using a couple spots back here. Yeah, I won't leave any trash. Won't leave any trash, won't burn the place down. So, whatever. Yeah, bummer though. The universe could totally like have a family member leave me an inheritance. The universe could totally be like, oh, here's somebody who wants to gift you a house, right? So it's just like, what are you doing giving me a chick? What am I going to do with her? I don't even know if she is a woman. I'm circumcised and I have no place to like put her, you know? And it's just like, well, fuck you, It's like the creator let the government amass women and land and houses and mansions. It didn't say shit. And then other people like me who are honest, we can't afford anything, right? You become rich by being a liar. And I don't get shit. So I went for a long ass drive and my oxygen sensor didn't turn on. How's that fucking work? So, yep. Pretty annoying. Pretty annoying. The evil god. He is evil. Look at what the animals do. You don't got shit. It works bad and you don't have shit. You know, it's pretty shitty. So, the people who get screwed are the people who trust it or lean into it or try to be positive. You're just going to get stuck. You're going to make people who are also then too stuck. So, yeah. If the creator wanted to help me manifest love, you know I have an email address. I have a phone number. I have text messages. You could easily have someone write me online. But you don't do that. Ever. So why make it? I've made it happen IRL. I've gotten bitches IRL. But I mean, like, I don't want some bitch. I want, like, you know, something more. I hate it. I hate it. Was that pizza good? No, it was shitty. It was not a tasty pizza. It was made by like a tall, skinny white woman. Yeah, never eat from a skinny chef. They don't understand what makes food good. You got to get you a fat chef. The food may make you fat, but it's going to be tasty. So, yeah. Anyway, at least I'm super washed. I am super cleaned. You know, all my stuff is done. And, yeah. This might be my last 2 days at this area because I may end up, what do you call it? I may go to the other side of the mountain tomorrow or when I come back from Phoenix. So if it's cleared up, yeah, this was a dry winter. It usually snows and rains a lot more than it did. This was a dry winter. So unless we get that made up in the summer with like a lot of rain. See, I may just have to go to South Dakota anyway. Yeah. See, do I just like sit with an expired registration for a month and then drive up to South Dakota and get it done there? Change my address to South Dakota. I may find getting housing in South Dakota a little easier. Yeah, people like me, travelers who are mobile, are really benefited to these situations, I feel like. So, yeah, it was so weird. I had some luck with women. I had some luck with someone acknowledging I existed. And the only thing I did is I went for a really long drive. I've been there a bunch of times. They never remember I exist. Suddenly they're like, oh, it's been a while since I've seen you, you know. And I was thinking I come here once a week. But whatever. The repeating 333. Yeah. I kind of believe that idea where it's like there is a supreme creator, but this realm was made by a demon. And that's why the animals all eat each other. And that's why like blood magic works and stuff like that, is that this is like an evil place. So again, it comes down to there's really nothing you can do. Abstinence still remains like one of the smartest things, you know. Don't give this place any more souls. It's a lonely life, but it doesn't last forever, you know. I'm like almost 40. So, which I look really young. I'm hiding a big forehead, but I'm not hiding balding. I look really young. So, um, guess I'm lucky there. Yeah. That old dude bringing his own pizza box for takeout. Don't touch my beads. Fucking weirdo. Had to sanitize those. Yeah, guys don't like guys. If a guy does anything to you, it's disrespect. It's that law of the jungle. Anyway. Yeah, blah blah. Oh yeah, this is the last thing that happened. I was walking out of the gym and this woman I held the door for goes, "Did the hot water work?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she says, I don't know if this is true or not. She said this woman was screaming because the hot water turned off. And I was like, it loses pressure when they flush the toilet. I've never had it not have hot water. And then I said she might be getting pranked. So a part of me was like, did a woman really have problem with hot water? Or was she just like starting a conversation? You know, what a funny person to be disturbed. Maybe someone's pranking her. Maybe an employee thinks she's hot and waits till she goes in and then fucking pranks her. Maybe she just didn't wait long enough. Maybe she accidentally hit the water and turned it cold. But that did happen. Someone talked to me about the hot water. They're like, "Did you have hot water?" Yes, I did. That was nice and refreshing. Yeah. It was the last time I took a shower, it was really nasty. It was like a bunch of people had used it without being cleaned. And this time it was like pretty spick and span. It was really fresh. And, yeah. I usually oil up too. I've got that same oil that has like an antibacterial. Yeah, I oil up my whole body. And that's like, it replaced my deodorant. Yeah, I use like eucalyptus and tea tree oil. My mom used to like that stuff. And I made fun of it. I was like talking about how much bullshit essential oils are. Now I like them. Now I'm into them. But, you know, she was, almost 50 and I'm almost 40. So yeah, I still don't have any kids. I don't think I want them. I would have loved to have had kids, but I just don't feel good about my society. I don't trust them, you know. I think you guys are pedophiles, like for real. And it's like people always go like, "Oh, it was just Jeffrey Epstein." No, it's ancient. It's the ruling class do it, you know. So I know it's illegal, but it's illegal for common people, you know. But they secretly enjoy that shit, like vampires. So it has me. I hate it. I hate it. I'd rather start a war and fight the government than just accept it. Yeah, sucks. But anyway, yeah, that's the whole day. That's the whole day. Um, yeah, the time for me I shouldn't have been circumcised, and then I should have had more love earlier. That would have been nice. You know, being almost 40. I've had girlfriends before, but it kind of sucked. They weren't who I wanted. They were just like who I settled with. And So yeah, I'm not going to settle with anyone. If you're just like almost as good as I want, not good enough. And me too. If I'm not perfectly as good as I want, then I don't want me. You know, you can try again or work on it. Really, I mean, if your slaves stop breeding because they're tired of suffering and tired of looking ugly, that's a big deal, right? And the government is that stupid that they would greedily want to be the most attractive, because that's what they forget. Is they're like, the government, it's not Ron Paul, it's not Donald Trump, it's the people behind God, right? And they decided they should be the most attractive and suffer the least, the most high, and all that. And they want their slaves to be ugly and suffer, right? So they can look cooler by comparison. And that really is like a massive motivation. And it comes from evolutionary breeding. So yeah, it's like, oh, good, I got repeating 333 and there was a cute girl and then they tried to talk to me. But fuck you, what's with this fucking shit society? What's with this shit body? Can't you make something nice? Does it have to be awful? You made everything just shitty. Okay. Thanks, not. Would have rather you made nothing, dumbass. Take care of the shit you fucking made. So yeah. No, my plan is pretty much just to nap until I die. So they ban all the good drugs that just do it for you easy. Because they know they caused you to suffer. They know the moment you can, you're going to take an easy out. And they're just like, oh, we're going to keep you safe. I hate the government. I do. Just, they're a bunch of greedy pedophiles. They are. Mark Zuckerberg just bought another mansion. Facebook sucks ass. Everyone I know ever hates Facebook. They don't use it. And yet, for some reason, he's super rich. And it's just a shitty product. And the reason why is he's in the PDF cult. He's another pedophile. And that's exactly why he has money. It's because he runs like a spy service for them. And that's the whole story, right? Cash for treachery. So, you think Meta sunglasses are a big deal? No one gives a fuck. Yeah, the creator's laissez-faire attitude rewards do-it-yourself sharks. It doesn't really reward like good people. They're gonna suffer, yeah. The people it rewards are like complete monsters. Ultra liars, ultra deceivers, not just lying to protect yourself, but lying actively as like a life strategy. Yeah, they all were PDFs. Bill Gates, Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Clinton, Mark Zuckerberg. Zucker in German is sugar, so he's Mark Sugarville, a Jew named Sugarville. And then they piled him up with money, unearned. He's never done a day of work in his life. You think programming's hard? So yeah. I used to believe that, like, oh, I'll be faithful, I'll say nice things, maybe nice things will happen to me. The shit, it didn't regrow my foreskin. I'm not going to be happy with trash. If you don't want to make it nice, you're going to hear how I really feel about it. Yeah, God sucks. God is actually shit at his job. It doesn't do anything good for us whatsoever, ever. So you got nothing to do but wait to die.